Folks, what's going on? It's Jones with C.T.S.O. Cut that shite out. Alright, so first off, I wanted to give a shout out to Laura K, Fawn17, Bizarro World. Appreciate it, appreciate the comments. Let's talk about, it's pretty big what's going on right now with Syria. And I've already made, a couple of videos speaking a little bit on that. As you guys already know, and as I keep beating this dead horse, Assad did not gas his own people. Assad did not do that. All right, there's no evidence that he's done that. But it's weird to me because Trump is acting like he actually did this. Those of us who understand the situation, who see that the U.S. is down there in Syria, and the U.S. has already said that they're going to pull out, a week beforehand. And Russia apparently a month beforehand said that they were going to pull out. But the problem is, there are certain individuals who make a lot of money off of war. I would like to say it's one party type that makes a lot of money off of war, selling guns, armor, all this. I saw on someone else's YouTube post that Lockheed Martin equals war and profit, and I can believe that. There's a reason that they're in business and they make good money. So as I've mentioned, when war is going on, all those guns and ammos and whatnot, where are they getting them from? They're getting them from the United States, and this is a problem. So as you know, Assad, you've already done, he has no reason to gas his own people. He was winning, and he knows that if he were to do something stupid, the U.S. is going to turn around and be like, the hell did you just do? And that's what's happening right now. But like I've said before, this is a false flag. Now, who is their ally? Their ally is Russia, right? So Putin's, as you know, Putin right now is threatening the United States, saying, listen, the United States, if you do anything, we are going to retaliate and we're going to have problems. To me, this is a huge freaking issue, okay? Huge issue. Trump is the president. Why? And right now, we already know that he's being blocked from certain media. He can't contact certain family, this and that. He doesn't have the right people around him. Really, if you think about it, he's got nothing but warmongers around him, right? A lot of you people already know this. Generals everywhere, this and that, and it's interesting, all right. But this is just way too much, and I have a really hard time believing that he's not aware of a false flag. This is a very intelligent person, and knows things that you could not believe. His uncle was John G. Trump, who was in the FBI, who raided Tesla. When I say Tesla, Tesla's hotel, and got, Tesla was very intelligent and had a lot of inventions. So John G. Trump knew a lot. And I'm not sure what type of things he passed down to Donald Trump. But as you know, Donald Trump he's made a lot of money. And you don't make a lot of money like that by being a dumbass, okay? You don't. So I have a really hard time believing that he's not aware that Assad did not gas his own people. It would not make any sense. There is no benefit whatsoever. And of course, Assad does not want a regime change, right? He doesn't. His family's been running Syria for a very long time. And if you understand what's going on with Syria, there's complicated conflict going on there, and we need to allow them to handle it there. Over here in the U.S., back at the ranch, we've got some serious problems because there's a lot of bad, evil, unconstitutional traitors in our government. We need to handle what the hell is going on here. Why the heck are we dealing with Syria? Trump didn't run on that, right? We're not supposed to be in other countries. The whole thing was to get our troops back. There's no reason to go out there. There is no war. No one's saying that we're going to go to war with you, United States. And when I say that, I shouldn't be saying that right now in our World War III time. But what I'm trying to say is when we went to Iraq, it wasn't Iraq saying that, we want to go to war with you. No, we're imposing. We're down there causing conflict, causing problems, and making money off of this. We have real problems here in our nation, and we need to fix it. What the hell are we doing in Syria? That doesn't really make sense. Let Syria handle Syria. This makes no sense. Why are we down there? Russia said they're going to pull out. We need to pull out of Syria, and you've said that because it doesn't. I have a really hard time believing he doesn't know. I really do. So what the hell are we doing in Syria? We have no business there. We're off to a great start. This guy's done more in his presidency than any president has in all of their terms. So what are we doing in Syria? We need to get our economy where it needs to be. We got a massive amount of oil, the pipeline and all that good stuff. We can get back in the game and start selling this stuff. What are we doing? We don't need to be in these other countries, and we don't look at how much in debt we are. We can't afford to go through that. What's going on? So I feel like a little bit there's something that he knows that we don't know, and maybe he's playing the scene here. Keep in mind, he's a reality TV guy, right? He knows how to work it. He knows how to play it. He knows how to make a scene. I don't know what the benefit to this is, but I know the guy's way smarter than I am, and he's got way more intelligence. When I say intelligence, I'm not belittling myself. I'm talking about the people around him. Cut it out. But this doesn't make any sense. And I was at work today, like, oh my God, don't mess with Syria. Don't play with Putin. Please don't. And it's crazy because in the United States, all we do is talk bad about Putin. And I've mentioned this before. You keep saying my name, and I keep seeing you saying my name, I'm going to have to do something. So Putin's been pretty nice by not doing something. Think about it. Your whole nation is saying this guy's name. Off of what? It's been a year or two, and there hasn't been any evidence of nothing like that. Colluding, and colluding's not against the law. When colluding came up, I was like, well, what's the problem? I know some Russian people. Can I not talk to them? Is that an issue? Because that's what it sounds like to me. And the news is talking about racism all the time. You're telling me I can't talk to a Russian? This is pretty weird. And it's just, this double standard is just nuts. And really, I don't even know the definition of colluding, to be honest. Like, what is that? What is it? The word dossier and colluding and all these words that we normally don't use, precedented and all. We have not been using those words in the past. Why do we keep using the same words? It's just is interesting to me. I don't understand it. I don't know. I have no clue. And it's getting weird to me that all these things can be said on news, but no one questions it. We go by these fallacies. Just because the masses are going by something, it makes it true. Or just because we've been doing something for years, that makes it true. Here's where I'm going to step on some toes. Let's talk about the church real quick. Where I live, there's a church on every corner. All right, there's a lot of churches. All right, let me just mention that. But yet, I don't see a whole lot of good. And yes, churches do well. Some churches do good things and whatnot. But one thing I've noticed is that, and I've mentioned this 1,000 times. So excuse me for beating a dead horse. Call it Elmer's glue. But yeah, it's messed up. I'm sorry. If the churches were actually doing what they're supposed to, the churches would be notifying you of what's going on, why you're having so many diseases, what to do to live longer, the pollutants and things that are going on, and what's happening in our government. If the church was actually doing what it was supposed to do. But the church selectively talks about things. And there's nothing, I'm not saying that the church is a totally terrible place to go. The church has good vibes. The church speaks the good word, and it's got positivity, and you need that in your life. But the church isn't 100% doing what they're supposed to be doing. And if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to, like at work, if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I should be able to fess up to that. And the churches aren't doing that. So it's just really interesting in times like that. And I'm not trying to go, if you go to church, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that they're tippy-toeing and they can do better. And no one's really pointing this out. I think, and if I'm correct, the churches are what, government funded or state funded, right? I think that there should be certain days of truth that a church should provide. If they're going to go about their program, okay, well, since you're getting funded, right? Tax-free, this and that. I'm going to need you to put up a program, and not put up a program, but let's choose a day where you speak about the things that are actually going on. Speak about the nanotechnology. Speak about the chemtrails. Speak about what's going on with the schools and what the kids are and are not learning. History is very important, and this is not happening. And You need to speak about actual truth. Everywhere I look, there's no actual truth, and you need to speak about putting this Facebook. Speak the truth about Facebook and what's going on and how you should treat other people. And as you can see, kids today, they need some help. They need some help. And I don't know how they're going to get in the workforce from some of the things that I've seen. But what do I know, right? But since the church is funded, let's make them work for us, because the church can really reach a lot of people, and what I am speaking won't hurt. It will only do good. And if someone wants to rebuttal or add to it, please leave a comment below on my thoughts, because I know that's you don't hear, no one else is speaking about that, but I'm speaking about that. I look at things a little different, or maybe how they should be, right? So keep that in mind. So yeah, like I was talking about in Syria, we need to start working on our country first. And one way I think that we should be working on this country is, so you see me right now, I'm on YouTube. Here's a question: am I patriotic? Can you go on YouTube and see people who are patriotic? Can you go on YouTube and judge people and see that some of those people would really never do you no harm? They only want the best for their country because they live here and they have family here. They are stakeholders here and they understand what's going on. So here's a thought, and this may not work. Trump's a smart guy. But why do you keep hiring these people who are in politics? Why are you doing that? You're smart. You've done more than any other president. Why are you hiring people in politics? And I understand they might know the ropes, but they know the ropes too well, and they're very deceiving. That's why you've gone through so many different people. Can you go on YouTube and other sites and see the fruits of good people and the people who would actually do well by their country? I would like to include myself, but Trump's a smart guy and he understands that maybe, you know what, let me continue on what I'm saying. What I'm getting at is that you can go on YouTube and see people who really put in work, and you can see what they've done. He's already got all the intelligence. He can look into phones, electronics, all that stuff. He's got all the intelligence. Those are the people, look, I don't know nothing, but those are the people that I think you need to put in the White House now. Right now, you're being fed some really effed up information all the time, and I know you know this. So from what I hear, you're in a room watching multiple monitors, right? And you're seeing who's who, what's what. You got a room full of monitors, InfoWars, this and that, all sorts of things, and you're paying attention. I really think this is very important, and I think that this message needs to go to the White House. What is stopping you from putting legitimate patriots in the White House? You can see the fruits of their labor right here, right now on YouTube. What are you doing? And I'm not saying that you need to put me in there. I would love to be in there. You wouldn't even have to pay me. And guess what? The people I'm speaking of, you probably wouldn't have to pay them either. Right? There's a lot of people out there who care about their family and who understand the situation that we are today and who know what a better life is, and who are aware enough, have the wherewithal to see 3D chess like yourself. Maybe not quite like yourself, because I've seen some that's moving and shaking. He's done. It's pretty serious. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, or if you feel some bad certain type of way about Trump, then I promise you have no clue what you're talking about. You don't, because you've been fed these lies. And I see this. I can't even watch TV anymore. I can sit there and point things out and be like, well, that's not true. This isn't true. That's dumb. Well, this makes no sense. And how do you back that up? So when I watch TV, it's just disgusting to me. It's fucking disgusting. This needs to happen. And the reason I say this needs to happen is because Trump right now was talking about bombing Syria. Now, keep in mind, he does not televise. So this could be a front. But today, coming home, I was looking up at the sky, looking for bombs. All right, we're good. Listen, you don't need to be bombing Syria. We need to fix our home state, our country right now. We got some huge problems, and we're not going to last very long. Can we make it through the next election when these people are pushing for World War III? And those of you watching this video, you know who's pushing for World War III, and you might know a few of the people who are going to benefit, or you might know just about all the people who are going to benefit. You'll never know all of them because there's always snakes behind the grass, orchestrating things. But this is serious. We're getting what right now when Putin is threatening us right now because we're looking the wrong direction, talking about bombing an ally of Putin, which is Syria. Assad did not gas his own people. I think he needs to start putting actual patriots. He can see the fruits of our labor right here, right now in the White House. And most of them wouldn't ask for a dime. Dude, just look, man, feed me. Let me have some of my things with me, like my bicycle, and give me a good barber. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm happy to do it. But this is what needs to happen. We need to start seeing some change, and we need to start coming up with ideas how to change stuff. I'm not one to just sit around and let somebody else run my life, right? I'm not. As I'm going on, it's about 16 minutes here. I'm at the end of it. Can I talk about Zuckerface? Okay. So today, as Putin's talking about bombing us, well, not bombing us, but Putin's talking about retaliation, and Trump's talking about messing with Syria. This is an issue. Meanwhile, Zuckerface is he's on trial, but he's not on trial. Has anyone noticed that he's not even under oath? And all those people that were asking him questions, they're on, I don't want to say his payroll, but they are all a part of a group that makes a lot of money. So they were asking questions that may have looked hard, but no, none of that was under oath. So what was that? Folks, you need to know that was just a game that they're playing. That's it. He wasn't under oath. Why wouldn't you put him under oath? We got to start seeing these type of things. Excuse me, okay? We got to start seeing it. We can't keep getting played. So let's start making some moves. Trump, I need you to start putting patriots in there because these politicians are politicians. So let's erase the definition and rewrite the definition of politician. Pay attention, right? And I know he's paying attention, but not hard enough. Do not mess with Syria. This is a serious issue. All right? Don't mess with Syria. And the facts in the past show that all these false flags do happen in Syria. All right? We know we know what will happen if we mess with Syria, and this is an issue. And I know that he knows that. You listen. All of our information has been given out, right? With Hillary Clinton and Obama, the uranium one, all this information has been given out. They know what we have. I don't think right now is a very good strategical plan. Not that I can tell Trump what to do. Get the hell out of here. That guy's super fucking smart. But they know what we've got. Can we surprise them? I'm not too sure about that, but I'm a nobody. But if they know what we've got, they're going to see it coming before it happens. So that means that they can get to us real quick. They can come out of some trap door out of the ground and just blow us to smithereens. We don't know what they've got and what they know. Don't make this move. This is a dangerous move. And it's about right now, it's almost near the 48 hours that some serious stuff's supposed to go down. Do not mess with Syria. This needs to go to the White House. Appreciate it. I'm going to catch y'all.